Hello, this is Organization with Olu. This is going to be my last video for 2021, and hopefully I'm going to do a lot more videos in 2022. And guys, we're going to have a great 2022, okay? So hopefully you're going to enjoy the celebrations and keep safe, okay? So let's carry on with today's video. Stick around. I think you'll like what I've got for you. Hi guys, we're going to go straight into the evaluation now. I've said it before in my previous videos. I'm going to say it again. You've got to go through the knowledge, application, and analysis for this to make perfect sense. Okay, we've been in the last videos. We've been talking about this particular 15-mark question. Okay, remember the mark structure of a 15-mark question. If you're doing it Excel, is 3, 3, 3, and 6. So it's 6 for evaluation. So this is a little bit tricky. So you need to know that. Okay. So the question we were talking about, which you should be aware of, was discuss looser fiscal policy and supply side reforms. Okay, I'm not going to go back into this now. Please go back to the previous videos and you get the case study and everything. Now I'm just going to show you how you can construct an evaluation argument. Okay, so let's just go straight into evaluation argument. Let's go here and put myself over here. Let's go into structure and let's go into this. Okay, so let me hide myself over here to open this up a little bit more. Okay, guys, so hopefully you're familiar with this. The last video we did, we talked about analysis. Remember? Chain of reasoning. Yeah, picking a point and having a clear chain of reasoning. Now, what I've added on there, I've added on a diagram because my digital pencil wasn't working. Anyway, I got it to work and I've added the diagram there. You need to have a diagram. I won't say you need to, but it's going to help you to have a diagram. Okay, so have a read of this. Okay, what I've tried to do here is to refer it to the diagram. Okay, for example, consumption is a major component of aggregate demand. An increase in consumption, with all things being equal, this will shift AD to the right, and this is shown in my analysis diagram below. So I'm continuing with my analysis argument. Okay, as you can see on top of here, one expansion fiscal policy that can be implemented by individual governments. Okay, so I'm not going to read it for you. You should have read it already in the last video, but how you can incorporate the diagram. Okay, so again, you're talking about households in country A in the Eurozone receive the benefit of a tax reduction. This increases the disposable income. They purchase more goods and services. As a result, consumption increases. As consumption goes up, it shifts AD to AD1. AD to AD1, potentially possibly to AD2. Okay, potentially can go to AD2 through the multiplier effect. So the increased consumption will shift the AD to AD1, but potentially, remember, multiplier effect, people's income, more money's being going around the economy. People are getting one income is somebody's spending is somebody else's income, and it goes around like that. I'm not going to talk about multiplier now. Hopefully, you know that, but that potentially could move to AD2. Okay, now, and then obviously you talk about, don't forget output, real GDP, Y to Y1. Okay, potentially even moving to Y2 as well. Okay, through the multiplier effect and the stimulation of the economy and all that stuff. Okay, now we've done that. You've talked about the analysis argument about income tax, reducing income tax to shift AD for the Eurozone countries. In terms of evaluation, guys, you must evaluate your analysis points. You must evaluate your analysis points. Very, very important. You make a point and you evaluate the actual point you've made. Okay, so here goes. However, reduction of income tax will subsequently lead to less government revenue. As a result, additional borrowing in all probability will have to take place as governments in the Eurozone still have to meet their financial obligations. This will potentially worsen the budget deficit, especially in Eurozone nations like Greece and Portugal. Again, you must be aware, you must know a little bit about the Eurozone, you know the countries in the Eurozone. Okay, you can only talk about this if you have a little bit of knowledge. So it's very important, guys, to gain that knowledge. Okay, so we talked about Portugal. This is likely to increase the national debt. Okay, because obviously accumulation of fiscal deficits is going to increase the national debt, which will have an impact on interest rates that will be charged in the future. In future borrowing and future tax rates. So obviously, future tax rates may have to go up. And obviously, if you have a large deficit, then other countries will potentially charge you more interest to borrow money from them. Ultimately, this could impact countries from achieving their macro objectives. So you can see I've made my analysis point and I've evaluated it. Now in the 15 marker, which is a little bit different, you have evaluations actually 6 marks. So AO4 is 6 marks. So what I would advise you to do, and you can see the whole essay, it's quite a long essay. And this is why you potentially should really just stick to one analysis point for your AO3, because it's only worth 3 marks, and focus on your evaluation. Now, you need to do an extra evaluation. My extra evaluation, if you remember the case study, talked about supply side reforms, okay? A more sustainable approach for the long term would be supply side reforms, as mentioned in extract A, referring back to the case study. For example, Eurozone countries could overhaul 16 to 19 education, okay? They could focus, for example, on engineering and technology with stronger links to industry through better apprenticeship schemes. So I'm explaining what they could do as a supply side reforms. But again, bring it back to economics very quickly. All this is aimed at improving efficiency and moving the LRS outwards. This will inevitably make some of the Eurozone countries more globally competitive, which would lead to sustainable growth. This is, however, a long-term strategy. Let's remove that one. This, however, is a long-term strategy, as it takes time and can be very expensive. So that's the idea of it. That's the idea. You can see the extra evaluation I've done. Now, if you can produce this kind of essay, and this is the structure of the essay, every single question, whether it's a 15 mark, every single essay question, I should say, 15 marker, 10 marker, 12 marker, 25 marker. This is the structure. It's just the allocation of marks are different. So hopefully, guys, you've benefited from this. Pause the video, have a look at it, and make sure you can do this kind of thing. And this is, if you can do this, you're going to smash essay questions, okay? So remember, have a happy new year and smash the like button, guys, okay? And I'll see you in 2022. Thank you. Bye-bye.